Okay, we'll talk about the law of cosines now. Law of cosines is a process that we use to help us solve triangles where we only have certain parts of the triangle, and we can't use the law of sines. So law of cosines comes in handy. Law of cosines is used in two specific situations. One is when you have two sides and the angle between them, sort of like this. So we have side, we have the angle, and we have the side, and we can't use the law of cosines because we can't use the law of sines because to use the law of sines, you have to have a side and the angle opposite. We can't get that with this. So what we're going to do is use the law of cosines to help us first find the side opposite, that's this guy right here, and then we'll be able to use to find the other two angles using either the law of sines or the law of cosines. We'll talk about that. The second situation in which you can use the law of cosines is when you are given all three sides, side, side, side. And when you have that, obviously you don't have a side with an angle opposite. The law of cosines allows us to find the angles opposite the sides. And so those are the two situations. Let's talk about them in a little more depth. First of all, there are two forms of the law of cosines. What's the first one? When you have side angle side, I'm going to redraw that same triangle I had, except this time I'm going to label it. There's angle C, angle A, angle B. It honestly doesn't matter how you've labeled the triangle. I try to label it consistently so that it makes a little more sense from problem to problem. Please realize that side and angle opposite have the same name. So side A, little a, and angle A, capital A, they are opposite. In order for this to work, that has to be true. So what we've got in this case, let's pretend we've got sides A and B and angle C. Then what we would do is we would find the side opposite the angle first, the given angle, and then we would use the pair, the side and angle together to help us find the other two angles using these processes. Okay, so if we had side A, side B, and angle C, notice we're looking for, in this case, side C, and we're given side A, and we're given side B, and there's A and B, and there's angle C, the three things that we were given. That's how we could use it. Second situation is when we're given three sides. And I probably drew this too high, but that's okay. Angle C, angle A, angle B, side A, side B, side C, and in this case, since it's called side, 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 we're given the three sides, side A, side B, and side C. And let's say in this case, we're going to find angle A here. So we would use the first form. They're all the same depending on what angle you're looking for. And you would plug in the value for B. You would plug in the value for C, and you would subtract out the value for A all over 2 times B times C. And then you'd be able to find angle A. You'd have to use the inverse trig function, but you'll see how we do that in a minute. Let's do an example.